everyone, welcome to another Tax Tip Tuesday. I had a really great question from a client, and so I thought I'd make this the topic of Tax Tip Tuesday. So the question reads, can office supplies be considered business expenses if I use them at home? So I was inspired by a coworker, and I'm buying a new keyboard, mouse, and microphone for work when I go to my job. I will use them both at my 1099 job and my W-2 job. I will also probably use them at home. Can I write it off as a business expense? Now, this is a really great question. There's a lot of my physician clients that basically do both a W-2 job and have 1099 work. When it comes to office supplies, yes, you'll want to go and, if you're actually using them for your work, go and write those off. When it comes to equipment like the new keyboard, the mouse, the microphone, if you're actually using them for your 1099 work, go ahead and deduct those. But if you use them at all for personal use, then what you will need to do is split them, basically have a percentage between your business use and your personal use. So for example, it's much easier, let's say with cell phones. You can basically get a really good range of, how much you're using your cell phone for personal versus your business. And as long as it's reasonable, then the IRS will allow the deduction. So, for most physicians, you guys are using your cell phones like all the time for work. Having something like an 80-90% usage rate is more than reasonable, in my opinion, based on your industry. And so, that's the deduction you would actually take on the return. And it's the same thing with your computer. If you're using it for your work and, you use it primarily for your work, then do that business percentage. So you get the idea. But if you have any other clarifying questions, or you have any, questions that might be related to this that you'd like an answer to, please let me know, and I'll add it to the next Tax Tip Tuesday. Thanks. Bye. Oh, hey, don't forget. I always forget my sign off. Follow me on social media. So Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. Subscribe to the newsletter. There's really great tax tips that we have through there, along with really great blog articles that are done through my website as well. So stay in the know, get on things, and then you'll be even smarter. Thanks. Bye.